Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I will start by responding to Senator Essie on the status of our 15 billion program, as well as the forest cover of the country. Mr. Speaker, I want to say that we have a constitutional mandate to ensure at least a 10% tree cover, not forest cover, tree cover for the country. And I'm happy to report that the baseline that we have as we implement the 15 billion is 12.3%. And as I said, and this is from the latest assessment of our forest cover and tree cover done in 2021. Mr. Speaker, I mentioned that the forestry sector is the highest emitter for the country. And if we are to deal with the climate change crisis, including the flooding, the cyclic droughts, I want to say and really persuade for all of us to be on the same page that this program of reforestation is very, very critical in terms of emissions reduction, but also dealing with the mitigation aspects of climate action. Mr. Speaker, the progress of the 15 billion tree growing program is very good, as I must say, Mr. Speaker. We have a very high and encouraging reception from Kenyans across the board towards this initiative. We have, as we stand, Mr. Speaker, the national government through the executive has taken a frontline approach to do adoption of sites for restoration across the country. And this is just intended to give this the necessary push for each one of us to join in, from individual Kenyans to the private sector, the county governments, to join efforts in this initiative to make sure that we enhance our tree cover from the current 12.23% to 30% in 2032. As a requirement of the law, Mr. Speaker, we are required to do periodic assessments after every 2 years of forest cover. And I can assure the country that going by the actions and the receptiveness of this program across the board, we are going to see very, very significant enhancement of our forest cover across the country. The last thing I will mention is that we are encouraging Kenyans to focus. If, Mr. Speaker, we had been focusing on very well-structured tree growing programs in the country, we would be very far in terms of our forest cover. But what we have been doing over the years is planting trees and not paying much attention to the nurturing and protection of these trees to maturity. And that is why we have been deliberate in telling Kenyans we are engaging in tree growing, not tree planting. If tree planting really counted, then we would not be planting trees anymore in this country. So even when there is no rain, the focus should be on how to protect the seedlings that we have been planting over the years.